Hello ladies and gentlemen, waccd here. Welcome back to another video, and in this video I'm going to be talking about Dr. Phil and why I actually recently lost respect for him. And yes, I'm going to be covering one of his videos and giving my thorough response, because what Dr. Phil preached in the show I'm about to show you, well, the clip I'm about to show you, the 3-minute clip, is something I just disagree with, because I feel like he misworded what he had to say, and genuinely, I'd say slander is a good word for what he did. But before we get into that, consider subscribing. It's totally free, and you can always unsubscribe later. With that, let's get straight into the clip. Also, leave a like in the video for the YouTube algorithm, because this is probably going to be demonetized because of what Dr. Phil is covering and, well, what I'm going to be saying.
These are Michael's allegations. He says that she attacked with football moves and tackles and punched.
7 seconds in, there's already people laughing at his allegations. Nice. I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I'm a big preacher for equality and someone who, well, does not discriminate against people just because of one thing. And in this situation, imagine if the roles were reversed. Also, if you can't tell already, this is Mike's allegations against the woman who's on stage, and well, they laughed at them. Imagine if the woman was coming out with these allegations. She got tackled by Mike, tackled by a madman. That man would literally be getting booed. There'd be people throwing stuff at him. But, I mean, nothing like a little bit of sexism in the Dr. Phil show, eh? And the fact Dr. Phil doesn't go on to stop them from laughing at, well, his allegations is just beyond me, man. It's as if he doesn't care. It's as if he's totally disregarding these allegations because of a point he's gonna make later in this video.
Kicked in the face, had a chair that was swung at him from across the room. His mouth was cut up, bloody nose and scratches on his face, neck, and chest. So you say she has come at you, she has attacked you, and that oftentimes you have done what you have done purely in defense.
Yes, that incident, definitely.
Alright, I'm pausing just for you guys to realize and really just take in what he just said. He said that what he's done so far was in self-defense, and Dr. Phil asked him for that. He said, alright, has what you've done been entirely out of retaliation? And this dude responds with yes. And I'm one to say, if you are getting assaulted, regardless of who you're getting assaulted by, you have the right to defend yourself. Like, it's simple as that. I'll elaborate more on what I just said once you see what Dr. Phil has to say.
I don't care what she does. If she starts punching you, then you turn around and walk away. If she starts following you, then you walk faster. If she starts chasing you, then you outrun her. If you have to, you get behind the door. But you don't never, ever put your hands on a woman in anger.
Okay, before the brain-dead audience starts clapping, Dr. Phil says you don't ever put your hands on a woman out of anger, and I do agree, Dr. Phil. That is a great point. However, when did this guy say he did it out of anger? Didn't he just say he did it out of retaliation because he was getting hit? Did his allegations not say he was hit with a chair, beat, literally hurt by this woman, tackled, football tackled? Did you totally disregard what you said a minute ago, Dr. Phil? Did you? With all things considered with what you just said, I can introduce the fact that you're totally pushing a narrative that does not have to do with this guy, considering he did not attack her out of anger. He never said he did. Yet instead of sympathizing for the person who's actually came on your show to show the allegations, to get help, you decide to bombard him for something, well, you're pushing a narrative to which he's never admitted to nor done. The description of this video is what Dr. Phil tells a guest who says he has hit his girlfriend in self-defense. Self-defense is different from in anger. There's a huge different thing. If a woman is running at me with a knife, you can bet your ass, well, first off, I'm gonna run. But if I can't run, I'm fighting for my life. Fight or flight will kick in that scenario. Whether or not I'm having the moral high ground is not up to me.
Ever. And somehow or another, you think that's funny somehow? Tell me what's funny about that.
So at this point, the person who actually came on the show to show his allegations has totally had the whole crowd turned around on him. The man came here with actual allegations, but the second the crowd laughed at him in the first 0.07 seconds, well, it was over from there. What I simply can't fathom is the fact that so many people argue for equality, but then don't let someone have a say. Instead of letting this guy elaborate on what happened and the exact scenario which went down, Dr. Phil decides to push the narrative that he attacked his girlfriend out of anger when he never said he did, hence making this guy want to leave. And him smiling? I do the same thing. He had the entire crowd just turned around on him. He came here to show his allegations, and then, well, Dr. Phil decided to say that he hit his woman out of anger? Dude, where'd you get that from, Dr. Phil? Out of your bald head, bro? Out your ear? I don't know about you guys, but when I'm in big trouble, I tend to smile. It's something I do. I don't know, I'm sure it's not just me. But like, when I was a kid, I know I'm still a kid, I'm 16, but when I was like 13, maybe even 12, I used to share a room, and when we'd get scolded, literally yelled at by my mom, my brother, and I, well, I'd smile, I'll try not to laugh, and so would he. Him and I would be covering our mouths because, well, we didn't know what else to do. Not only was it just hysterical to us, because most of the times we were getting yelled at for absolutely nothing, or something we did that we knew was wrong, and of course that was funny because, well, we're screwed, we're literally fucked. That's why we were laughing. This guy's in the same scenario, except, well, much more dire situation, considering he's getting accused of attacking someone out of anger when he never admitted to it.
You just don't put your hands on a woman in anger. And anybody that does is a chicken coward. No, you're not done. No, let me tell you.
I'm done.
Okay, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. If you want to be done, if you want to walk out of here, then you can walk straight into the LAPD, my friend.
The way Dr. Phil has even attacked this entire situation, and the way he just said you can walk into the LAPD without even referring to the girl who allegedly actually abused this man it's beyond me. Dr. Phil, the guy came on the show to talk about his girlfriend, which allegedly harassed him, hurt him. Are you totally gonna discard that? Discard the fact that he hit her in self-defense? And nowadays, everyone's equal, guys. Like, there's no fucking boundaries. Like, I saw an angry Karen. I'm not gonna make a video on it because you guys don't like the Karen videos. Like, let's be real here. The Karen was like, who's a gentleman? Who's gonna get up for me? Let me sit down on a train, alright? The Karen was standing, and all the men are just sitting down. I mean, if women are gonna fight for equality, they got it, but at what cost? Like, the luxury back in the 1900s where you could literally get killed by a woman and you could not attack her, well, I'm pretty sure it's gone nowadays because everyone's equal. And I have nothing against that. I love equality. But that's something that Dr. Phil clearly did not realize back in 2017.
Because, and let me tell you something. Because last night in our hotel, as our guest, you decided to trash a hotel room. And in that hotel room, you created vandalism of personal property. And let me tell you what that amounts to, okay? So you want to get all self-righteous with me, buddy boy. You smashed the thermostat, you smashed the glasses, you tore up the lamp, and every person who maliciously commits any of the following acts with respect to any real or personal property not his or her own, in cases other than those specified by state law, is guilty of vandalism, and that person faces up to a year in prison and a $10,000 fine. So you are here by my grace, my friend.
Okay, I don't agree with him smashing the shit, but if this would have been after the show, I would have said it was a valid argument. Not a valid argument, a valid reason to break the stuff, man. Like, I can't imagine going on the show and getting humiliated. I mean, look, we're zooming in on women. The women that are supporting the woman who allegedly hurt this man. But Dr. Phil has yet to bring that shit up because, well, he clearly doesn't care. Also, who knows, maybe this guy has mental health problems, and if that's the case, well, Dr. Phil, you just added fuel to the fire by treating him like an absolute asshole and pushing the narrative that he hit her out of anger, where he never admitted to it, and I've said it like a million times, I sound like a broken record, but it's true, and it's pissing me off that Dr. Phil would argue something that he's never said he did. That's never happened, that was never even put into the initial discussion. He showed what happened to him, and Dr. Phil yet to question her. He has not asked a single question to the woman, like, hey, did you do this? I mean, she shook her head, she's of course just like, no, I never did this. Like, is there any proof? Is there any proof of him getting hurt? Any proof of her getting hurt? Dr. Phil, are you going to push an actual narrative of something we need to see? Something that's useful in the court of law? Don't get me wrong, what this guy did in the hotel was bad. Causing property damage is stupid, especially when you're invited into a hotel, like when you're not even paying, like, man, that was stupid of you. I'm defending you. I feel like a lawyer here. Like, where's the evidence, Dr. Phil? You have yet to cover any solid evidence for either side, for either party. I'm totally down to support the woman if you put any evidence towards the woman, but you've just been bashing the man because, well, he's a man. It's simple as that. This is sexism. And I try not to call this sexism, racism card much, but I mean, it has to be said here. There's nothing else. There's no other explanation for this. There's no other justified way to explain this, because he's not even helping the guy. He's not even arguing for him. He's not even questioning him. The one question he did give the guy was, hey, did you hit her out of self-defense? And he said yes, and from there, he pushed the narrative that he didn't. He pushed the narrative that he hit her out of spite, out of anger.
So you can talk to me or you can talk to the LAPD backstage, your choice. If you think a man putting his hands on a woman in anger is cowardly, stand up.
Guess what, Dr. Phil? You got me to my feet. Only problem is, that doesn't have anything to do with the situation. Do you have any proof he did this? Did you even ask him, did he do this? Did you ask the woman if this happened to her? No. You just fucking pulled shit out of your ass and went with it. Nice one. Holy, I rambled on for way too long. I kinda need to pee. Well, I've lost respect for Dr. Phil. I hope you lost just a little bit more respect for him as well. If you disagree with me at all, comment down below. I'd love to see your argument for the situation. If this guy actually was a convicted convict for what he did, then, well, I'm wrong. Simple as that. But Dr. Phil didn't show me shit. He didn't show me any reason to blame him, any reason to blame the girl other than the accusations, which we saw, which was the only proof of quote-unquote evidence that we got. The only thing Dr. Phil did good in this interview was show that. So, like, subscribe for a free banana, leave a like on the video, or leave a dislike whether or not you agreed or disagreed with me. Thank you guys for the recent support, it means a lot. YouTube's not pushing out my channel recently, but you guys, leaving likes, leaving comments really does help me. It helps me in the YouTube algorithm, it helps my self-esteem. Like I said already, comment down your opinion. I'll see you on the next one. Adios, amigos.